G'day viewers. Hope you've got something to drink to sustain you. It's quite a warm one here in Melbourne today, so I've got a bit of juice instead of the usual cup of tea. Welcome to the Train Sim World 4 roadmap for December 2023. As always, I'm reading this to you to improve the accessibility of the information for those who cannot or will not go and read it for themselves. Let's have a look at the summary page for a start. Train Sim World 4 roadmap for December. 0 to 3 month period, we've got 2 updates coming for Core. The Winter Core Update Part 1, which is released this week, Mini HUD Update, Quality of Life Improvements, and the Midland Mainline Improvements. Winter Core Update Part 2, Suspension Improvements, Formation Designer, and additional TSW4 Core Improvements, Archon Timetable Update. Add-ons is a mysterious US route and a mysterious UK route. What could they be? Partner releases: Cargo Line Volume 1, Petroleum, Skyhook Games. Bernina Lini, Tirano, Oz Pizio, Bernina, Rivet Games. Edinburgh, Glasgow, Engineering Express Pack, Rivet Games. Centro Regional Railways BR Class 323, Simtrack Studios. I know a lot of people don't really agree with the gameplay packs, but I actually think they're cool because they re-energize a route that maybe has fallen by the wayside a little, but is actually a good one. And sometimes it energizes a route that's a bit of a crap one, but it gives it a bit more life. 4 to 6 month period, add-ons, a mysterious German route, a mysterious Austrian route. Do you think they're looking at each other across the border going, we'll be first. But anyway, partner releases, a UK route from Rivet Games, BR Green Class 104 and Freight Pack from Simtrack Studios. Patches, editor improvements, add-ons, German route, a US route, and they're in the 6 month time frame. Release dates yet to be confirmed. The 420 from TSG that's been on the roadmap for about a century now. The people behind TSG actually work in the core game, so it's not that surprising they don't have a lot of time to work on it. A route by Alan Thompson Simulation, so they've only just gotten started, and a route by Union Workshop, who have also only just gotten started. We'll skip the TLDR because we want to get into the real roadmap. Excuse me, bit of a cough. The Train Sim World 4 roadmap. Well, actually, it's the Train Sim World roadmap. Does that mean 5's coming out? Oh, stop it. Who's ready to do this one last time for 2023? That should be a question mark. Welcome back to the TSW roadmap for December. Welcome back. It's the first time here. But anyway, it's been an incredible year for us, and we always want to thank all of you in our community for getting involved, especially with our festive challenges and photo mode competitions, but also across the year with important feedback on our releases, conversations and discussions on new tools, and your continued support with our improvements. In this roadmap update, you can expect more information on recent and upcoming releases. Additionally, you'll be treated to a whole range of teasers for content coming up in 2024 due to most of the community challenges being completed. There was quite a funny little video from Alex and JD where JD kept holding up this card with what the teasers were. So if you freeze frame it, you'll know. But you'll know now anyway. We've also got a special announcement for the West Somerset Railway route, bringing a whole host of new features to the content for free, and we'll be driving into the community's world to talk more on hot topics and highlight incredible work you've been creating this month. Of course, we'll also be live tonight, Tuesday, December 12th, so that's already happened, to talk you through this full article, and that's already happened, but there is a stream link event. I'll probably put a link into that if you want. They generally take a couple of hours to get through this roadmap, so if you want a long one, go for your life. One final note, we won't be releasing a January 2024 roadmap due to the teams being out of the office over the holiday season. We'll update you with information for releases through articles and look to share more news for progress on improvements in early Feb. Content up ahead. Just before we jump into the future, let's showcase the add-ons we've previously announced and what we have coming out this week. Out today, Skyhook Games, Cargo Line Volume 1, Petroleum. We've got a red 66, probably an EWS, hauling several different colours of petroleum wagons. Let's call them wagons. I always have to think because, you know, it's region-specific, these names. Just releasing today, a brand new pack from Skyhook Games. Discover different freight traffic on the Midland Mainline and Great Western Express with Skyhook Games Cargo Line for Train Sim World 4. And thank you to my noisy phone. Read all the details in our Cargo Line Volume 1 Petroleum launch article. Probably do a news thing for that too, I guess. You can also recap from the Skyhook Games Cargo Line Volume 1 Petroleum announcement article, but there's no link to that. This release follows an extensive update to Midland Mainline, bringing a large range of improvements and fixes to the route, which you can find detailed later in the article. SimTrack Studios Centro Regional Railways BR Class 323. Releasing this week, SimTrack are bringing the Centro livery to the current Class 323. With new additional features, interactive stabling tail lamp, TSW4 rain window effects, as well as toggleable cab Hunslet the Bear plush. As well as 5 new scenarios across the Birmingham Cross City route, which feature some additions to the environment such as flashing emergency indicators. I thought the Hunslet the Bear was going to be an Easter egg for people to discover, but there it is. Anyway, you can carry a bear around with you if you want to. Rivet Games Bernina Line Ospizio Bernina to Toronto. In case you've missed it from our last roadmap, who could, we announced the Bernina Line, a scenic alpine adventure across the peaks of Switzerland and dipping into southern terminus of Toronto, Italy. Pizza, anyone? We went through that last time. This truly is a magnificent line with the world's steepest gradients up to 7% at some points. We'll be sharing more details and news of the release when we're closer to the time on the other side of the holidays. But for now we have a few screenshots from Jasper at Rivet Games to give you before we go. We've got the RHB electric multiple unit, and it's hauling a passenger coach. You'll see them with passenger and freight. Driving along Lago Bianco in winter, you will notice that the lake is actually frozen. This is one of the places we spent extra time to make sure winter is as close as possible to the real world. Enjoy breathtaking alpine scenery from the comfort of your warm cab. We can see a electric multiple unit hauling some timber wagons. This is something that's relatively common to the Swiss railways, is mixed trains. With 2 Allegra trains meeting at Cavaglia, there's little bit of time to admire the fall season, and with the authentic Alpine-style situation building off Cavaglia, how could we resist taking a couple of photos? We've got a timber wagon sitting in a siding, and there's plenty of junk and clutter around, and of course the photogrammetry for the scenery in behind, making the mountains look pretty cool. The moon is watching over Alpgrum Station, one of the places you need to stop. Don't forget to walk around the station building and enjoy the view from the balcony. Thank you, Jasper. Keep an eye on our news articles for more information on the Bernina Line coming soon. A glimpse of the future. Now, for those that got involved in our December festive community challenges, you did a magnificent job completing your timetables and driving over 3 billion kilometres. However, for those who are completing as many scenarios as possible, we understand the bar was set a little high on this. Check out our special community update video for some fun behind the screen. That was the one I was talking about earlier. It is worth a watch. So for all of you being so diligent on completing the challenges, we're still giving you all the teasers. It's the holiday season after all. Let's gaze forward into the future and see what's in store for you in 2024. And the crazy cat in the background that keeps meowing, oh well. Mystery teaser number 1. Let's launch our teasers up from the ground. Where could we headed next? We have an image labelled Mystery Teaser number 1. Learn more through our cryptic, festive rhymes in our Mystery Teaser 1 poem. So we'll have to pop that open. Let's have a look. That was a bit silly. I wish for. So it's an image as though it's been drawn by a little kid. My favourite train, class 710, is the wish. Well, that's making it not so much a teaser as making it obvious. Does that mean there's a 710 coming? Yes, probably. And that looks like, I hesitate to say it, but maybe a 47 up in the top right-hand corner up there. And we've got some station names: Gospel Oak, Walthamstow, Barking Riverside, and the Walthamstow Wetlands. So I'm sure you Brits know where that is. Mystery teaser number 2. Let's cross another teaser off our list, and we're literally pushing the border on this one. Oh dear. Let's have a look. Salzburg with the 111. Goodo. And I also want, so there's the Museum Torpbahnhof running from Rosenheim to Freelassing Centra and Salzburg Hauptbahnhof, and my favourite train, the DB-BR111. So that kind of, it's not a teaser anymore, is it really? It's just telling us what the route is. There you go. Okay. Mystery teaser number 3, and your final treat for peaking the limits on your community challenges. So the image, we don't want that. We don't want that. Okay. Mystery teaser number 3. Let's go have a look. Turn back time to the Derbyshire again. Steam, route with diesel, new variety of trains. Imprec Studios return with smoking new gameplay. The Class 104 is prepped and ready to make hay. So once again, it's just telling us what it is. We're being a little bit less secretive with this teaser, introducing the BR Green Class 104, the 21T Hopper, and the Kovhop wagon to Peak Forest, complete with a significant timetable overhaul, improving the busyness and variety present on the route. I actually thought that route was pretty busy for a steam era route. From DMU shuttle services to shunting rakes of wagons up and down the route, this pack will have you covered. Patches and updates. Winter Core Update Part 1, which was released yesterday, so you should already have this on all platforms. Yesterday, we put live the first part of our Winter Core update, which included new features and improvements for the minimal HUD, core fixes, and various improvements to East Coast Mainline, Vorarlberg, Birmingham Cross City, and a huge list of changes from Skyhook Games coming to Midland Mainline. In more detail below, based on the community feedback submitted by all of you. You can view a summary of the update for those keen, we have a full list of changes in the Winter Core Update Part 1 patch notes. HUD. Improvements to minimal HUD, including dynamically scaling track monitor and a traction lock indicator. I actually don't like the traction lock indicator because you can't turn it off. Big red thing. I've kind of been promised that we'll be able to turn it off in the future. Free roam. Fixed traction issues preventing locomotives from moving. Free roam fixed an issue preventing the Vorarlberg BR185 from moving in free roam. Scenario Planner. All portals can now be used by multiple services with different start times. East Coast Mainline Azuma. AI trains will no longer have looping diesel engine audio. East Coast Mainline Flying Scotsman. Increased volume of AWS sounds. Vorarlberg OBB 4024. Increased visibility of cab indicator lights during the daytime. Vorarlberg OBB 4024 fixed an issue where acknowledging CIFA was inconsistent. BCC WSR323 updated windows to use TSW4 rain weather effects. BCC WSR323 added interactable tail lamps under the driver's seats. There for the gameplay pack. Core fixed an issue where rain could appear underground and inside tunnels. Fixed an issue which limited substitutions for certain services and scenarios. Added a Holiday 2023 Mastery decals. Find out more in our Festive Overview article. The second part to this Winter Core update will include Formation Designer, suspension features, as well as additional core improvements. We don't have an ETA on this, but you can expect us to talk more about the delivery for this update when we return in the new year. As a sneak peek from our internal technical engineers who are working on suspension improvements coming in part 2 of the Winter Core update, we have a couple of videos to watch. You can see our progress so far. Let's have a look. Running in the editor. Bouncy. Obviously an older track to be that bouncy. Reasonable. particularly as it picks up speed. Expect this kind of movement on a older or lighter laid branch line. If you're building a suspension system and you don't exaggerate the movement a little bit, people will wonder what you've done, I suppose. Pick up speed. I like that. Let's look at the second one. This time we've got a German car carrier. Let's see how this one goes. Implemented, not the locomotive, because the locomotive's just still as a rock, and that really shows you how much the car's moving. Like the wave that's going back through the cars as we go over bumps. It looks a lot more realistic. I still think it might be a little bit too bouncy though, even on bad track. If you were bouncing that much at high speed, you'd come off. All the people messaging me today while I'm doing this, thank you very much. If we get the idea of that one, let's go back to the roadmap. Midland Mainline improvements. As part of this update, we also released a list of improvements that Skyhack Games have worked on for Midland Mainline, which you can view in full in their Midland Mainline update page. This included a wide range of changes with some of the following key headliners. Now, I've done a video on this update, so we won't go into too much detail. Large range of improvements to scenery, textures, signage, and vegetation across the route. Implementation of dynamic snow feature from TSW4. All collectibles can now be found and obtained. There are now correctly 25 of each set. Fix for the inability to acknowledge safety systems using a controller, yay. Fix to safety systems incorrectly triggering while driving, yay. Fix for game crash on PlayStation while driving the Class 43 HST. Fix to allow custom livery selection for the HST in the timetable. Many fixes to issues on the route, Class 158 DMU, Class 43 HST, and additionally for TSW4 versions only, implementation of TSW4 rain effects, updated all scenarios to use TSW4 Platinum medals and scoring 2.0 in the timetable. Updated to allow use of Scenario Planner 2 features. Skyhawk have also put together a collection of screenshots comparing images before and after this update, which you can view in their Midland Mainline Update Comparison Photo Library. There's a few here. I did an article on that before, so go and have a look at it and you'll see them all. These MML updates have been made available from our yesterday? English yesterday maybe, for players on TSW4 alongside the Winter Court Part 1 updates. And we'll share more news on when we can roll these out to TSW3 players. Next year, I'm betting. Recent patches. Here's a summary of what we've updated this month. November 27th patch highlights. Now, we've done articles on these, so I'm not actually going to read through them. And progress on Train Sim World 3 improvements. A couple of weeks ago, we released our first set of improvements to Train Sim World, which you can read in our Train Sim World 3 November 27 patch notes. It includes a range of fixes for introductions and scenarios across various routes. Remaining future TSW3 updates to come will include additional improvements, including Peninsula Corridor Baby Bullet services, Horseshoe Curve scenarios, Norfolk Southern Heritage Pack fixes, as well as improvements to New York Trenton timetable. As an update in all our TSW3 improvements we mentioned back in the TSW4 August roadmap, here's where we're up to on the improvements. Various tutorial introduction fixes released on 27th of November, done. Coming soon, Midland Mainline Route Improvement Patch. In progress, Peninsula Corridor Baby Bullet services. In progress, scenario fixes. DRA for the Chemical Plant Zone. HSC Altoona assignment. HSC portage process. ARL 'tis the season. In progress, Norfolk Southern Heritage Pack Post release improvements. In progress, New York Trenton new timetable. The Midland Mainline improvements detailed more in depth above will also be coming to TSW4 where applicable, and we will share news on when they're ready to get these out. West Somerset Railway Remastered. We're not giving just yet. Today we have another exciting announcement in the form of an upcoming free update to the West Somerset Railway add-on, which brings a huge range of new service layers, a new timetable, brand new features across the route, an extension to the track at Norton Fitzwarren, updating the route to the TSW4 feature set including TOD4 lighting and weather system, rain window effects on WSR stock, and an update to the Mark 1's interior lighting, and so much more. Wow, we hope you're excited. Let's hand over to our game designer Liam, who has been closely working on the changes for a breakdown of what you can expect. A new timetable. Alongside updates to the existing diesel Gala timetable, we've added a brand new timetable for the West Somerset Railway, all about steam power. From Liam, this new timetable is based on a Steam Gala Day. Players that own relating add-ons listed below will be able to drive all of TSW steam trains on a variety of services, including shunting, stock moves, goods demonstrations, full route services, part route services, and semi-fast services, along with a few other specials. Fast, 25 mile an hour. And we can see there one of the Jubilees hauling a variety of coaches, the Browns and the Blood and Custard variety. The Flying Scotsman makes an appearance as part of the gala, adding multiple runs of full-time as a semi-stopping service. There's also a winter special based on a real West Somerset Railway winter service running through December. Players can drive a Jubilee festive pulling a rake of colour affiliate Mark 1s and Class 47 on the rear from Bishop's Lydyard to Crowcombe Heathfield and back. There's our Flying Scotsman. The Taunton Shuttle is also playable throughout the day. Players can drive to Class 150 from Norton Fitzwarren to Bishop's Lydyard and back, with the AI taking over the mainline parts of the shuttle route. Mainline traffic has also been added as part of this update to both the original diesel timetable and the new Steam Gala timetable. Both timetables include HSC traffic, with the Steam Gala timetable including even more mainline freight and passenger services. So we've got the GWR HST. In total, with all the relevant add-ons listed below installed, the new Steam Gala timetable includes 384 services, with 107 of those being playable services. Peak Forest will be required to run the main services along the railway, with extra services for those who own the Flying Scotsman, West Cornwall Local Pack and West Cornwall Steam Rail Tour Pack. See the list below for a full breakdown of all the layers in the required packs. Playable layers. WSR, Flying Scotsman, Peak Forest gives you the 4F, 8F and 6P. West Cornwall Local gives you the 150, West Cornwall Steam Rail Tour gives you the Christmas 6P. AI layers, the BR Heavy Freight Pack, the Darlington Saltburn, DSN Class 20, Great Western Express, Leeds Manchester, Rail Operations Group BR Class 37/7, the Railhead Treatment Train, South Eastern High Speed, WSR Class 33, WSR Class 52. So that's layers coming in from other packs. A special thanks to the West Somerset Railway, who provided details on the services and timings of one of their Steam Gala days. Because of their help, the timetable in game shares almost identical moves and timings of the real-life timetable, with a few exceptions made for gameplay reasons. New route features. As the new timetable is full of steam trains, it felt natural to add working water towers and coal loaders to the route. A working water crane can now be found at Bishop's Lydyard, along with 2 water towers at Minehead, which are now functional. There's also a working coal loader at Minehead just outside the sheds. Parking the tender of a steam train over the dust patch on the ground will trigger the coal loading process. Another route feature, which isn't steam train specific, is the addition of working whistle boards for AI trains. Whenever an AI train passes one of these boards, the whistle will blow, adding that extra level of immersion. I wish they'd do this for all routes. This feature will only work for trains with the whistleboard feature added to them. As part of this update, all Peak Forest steam locomotives, 4Fs, 8F and 6P, and all West Somerset Railway locomotives, including the Class 33 and Class 52, have had this feature added. As for Flying Scotsman, this feature was included as part of the Winter Core update for supported routes. So when we see a whistleboard, we'll hear some noise. That's a good thing. Finally, as a brand new feature to Train Sim World, we've implemented new tidal effects to the sea. Get a short preview of this effect in the tidal wave effect clip. Let's go have a look. And there goes the water, disappearing. Pretty quick. Oh, back to the roadmap. It looks kind of cool. Bit kinky, but kind of cool. There's some updates visible for the route. New scenery. Probably the biggest part of this update to West Somerset Railway is the addition of the TOD4 system along with an entire route overhaul to bring it up to TSW4 standards. This includes new and updated foliage, new landscape material, new water and new snow. The only problem with this being free is the whingers are going to go, what do you do with all routes? Whereas they've done it to this one for a specific reason. Okay, there's a winter scene. There's also been a route-wide scenery pass from extra details being added to entire sections being rebuilt. These changes will make the route feel more alive while also being a closer match to the real-life railway. The error remains the same, depicting the line and region from around 2017-2018. See examples from the 4 seasons there: autumn, spring, summer and winter. The areas around the stations have seen some of the biggest changes. Minehead Town has been almost completely rebuilt to match closer to the real town. Some of the changes include new buildings around the town, a remoulded beachfront, and bike lanes that run alongside the track to the level crossing. Speaking of level crossings, all crossings on the route are now functional with working road traffic. That's good. You can see a few of the scenic changes there, and we can see one of the liveried steam trains piling on through. See an ice cream van. Everybody needs an ice cream van. The harbour at Watchet has seen a massive overhaul with new seawalls, boats and a seafront walk which is accessible by the player. Yay! Make sure to take a seat on some of the benches added around the route so you can sit down and have a bit of a look. Another big change is the station at Bishop's Lygydd and the area around it. The surrounding industrial estate has been rebuilt along with the car park alongside the station. Perhaps the biggest addition is the shed south of the platforms. This was missing from the original route, which was built just before the shed was installed on the real railway. But now with steam trains being added, it felt like the perfect opportunity to add the shed as a place to store some locomotives. Seems fair. Why wouldn't you? It's not just the route itself getting an update. All WSR stock, including the Class 33 and 52, have had the TSW4 rain effects added along with the Mark 1s getting updated interior lighting. Hopefully that means they don't glow in the dark out through the roof anymore. That's all the big points from this update to WSR. There's plenty more about the route I've missed, but that's up to the players to discover. I would like to thank everyone who has tested and helped get this update out. And a bit of a sunset shot. Thank you, Liam, for all the information. We'll be back in the new year covering further details of this remastered route add-on, including plans for our release, which will be free for Train Sim World 4 players with the West Somerset Railway route add-on. Community Corner Festive Holiday Event 2023. Through December so far, we've been running festive events to celebrate the end of the year, notably our in-game community challenges that revealed the mystery teasers above, as well as our 12 Days of Trainsmas photo mode competition, which has so far seen over 800 submitted screenshots. Here's just a few of them. Just scroll through. These aren't confirmed winners, just a selection of images we wanted to showcase for this segment. Winners will be revealed on December 14. Thank you to W4 Packet, Trainiac, Arturu 2001 and Gay 14 for these images. Today, December 12, is the final day that you can enter. Get on with it. And close tomorrow. If you want to get involved, today's theme is Wildcard, so you can submit screenshots of anything and be sure to bring the wild part of that into question. You must need an elephant or something. Check out our festive event forums thread for all the information. For those who have been submitting images, we'll be revealing the winners in our community festive stream coming up on Thursday 14. Alright, there's just a slide about the challenge. We'll also be revealing the contents of our special holiday giveaway bundle on December 14th live stream too. We're really chuffed about this one. It's got to be a great bundle, so you know, that sounds like Scotsman, doesn't it? Lastly, don't forget, we have our Mastery Challenge going live on December 18, which will be open all the way through to later in January, giving you a chance to win all the new details as for the previous years. So you get some new things you can use in your livery designs. Community talking points, frequency of updates. After the release period of Train Sim World 4, we were shipping frequent patches roughly every 1 to 2 weeks that targeted key issues that came about with the release. These updates varied in size from small changelogs up to large updates, which included a wide range of improvements. Our plan going forward from the start of the new year is to ship larger, more impactful patches that target a big suite of changes all at once and cover a range of content and core improvements, but at a slightly lower frequency than what we've had from release until now. The amount of time we put towards working on fixes and improvements won't change. They'll be bundled into single updates, so we're not constantly requiring an update to TSW4. We can focus on making sure each release is as stable as possible. If we need to address anything urgently, we will still intend to do so at the earliest opportunity. As always, keep your feedback coming in and we'll continue the conversation on our progress across important community issues. As a note, we'll still need to release prerequisite patches for upcoming add-ons throughout the month. However, we'll make it clear that the patch notes that these will be supporting updates and not to be confused with our regular patches that focus on delivering fixes and improvements. Free roam spawning issues. We are aware of the various spawning issues with free roam where trains are not materializing in a valid state. One example of this is the BNSF SD70 ACE spawning with the screens turned off. Included in the first part of our winter core update, which went live yesterday, were some initial improvements to address spawning issues regarding the Vorarlberg BR185, and we've been taking note of the various affected locos raised by the community as well as our beta teams. One solution may be to help out using I am stuck option in the menu. We've seen this helpful in some situations but won't fix all cases. Our teams are working on addressing these spawning issues as well as additional improvements to free roam. We'll keep you updated on any changes we make. Glossop services. We've heard the discussions and reports that many services on Glossop Line being unable to be completed due to objective instructions not appearing soon after starting. We understand that for playing wishing to complete these affected journeys, this is frustrating, and we appreciate your patience while we investigate this issue and work towards a resolution. Substitution issues. Additionally included in the first part of our winter core update was a change that should help substitutions appearing where intended with relevant routes and content installed. This is our first improvement to help solve the issues with substitution. We'll be continuing to take on your feedback and reviewing how we can further address substitution issues with later updates. PC Editor, we want to share again that our ambassador Martin, aka TrainSim Play, has created a public TSW Editor documentation spreadsheet which has links to all of our official resources, a huge range of community resources, and plenty of tutorials, guides all in one place. They've labelled each section into different topics, route building scenarios, timetables, etc., and so far over 76 pages of doco and support. Well done. We are still working towards improvements for the editor and continuing to learn from the community about our third-party developers for what they need most. As mentioned in our last roadmap, the changes we currently have focus on will be ability to package files for distribution, making pack files, landscape material usage, rediscovery of files when reloading the editor. Continuing our trend in highlighting a selection of community projects we've seen on our PC Editor forums. Check out these fantastic projects and their progress. So there's a route, Stuttgart-Würzburg, Frankenbahn route by Black Pulsar. New timetable for the Tees Valley line by Forks. Oberwelstbahn route by Robert Schultz. Incredible to see so many projects beginning to really take off so quickly and seeing the praise and support from many members helping each other out. Whether you're diving into the editor yourself or you want to have a keen, watchful eye over the community creations, be sure to head over to our PC Editor discussion forum and find updates on more community projects. Share your support and feedback. That's actually probably the most positive part of the forum because, well, those strange people haven't found it yet. Player mods. We wanted to share that we're still working on improvements to mod functionality in TSW4. As we mentioned in our previous update back in October, core mods seem to be in a reasonable state, but mods for content add-ons need additional work. We've been using a selection of mods in our testing process to better understand how our updates may impact mods, and we're still trying to understand how we can repair the affected mods when players move from TSW3 to TSW4. We continue to recommend that players who do mod content to be cautious for any non-core related mods, as there is a risk of work going to waste if we need to update anything to implement longer-term support for modding. We're working directly with active modders in our beta community, and we'll keep you informed on our progress when we have more. Roadmap live stream. Well, that's just talking about the stream that has in fact played. So jump on their YouTube channel, TrainSim World, and have a look at that. And that's it for the roadmap for 2023. Alrighty, as usual, thanks for watching, thanks for being part of this, and it's been a big year. So my next stream will probably be the petrochemical thing, I guess. I haven't actually scheduled that yet, but it probably will be that. I'll have a bit of a look at it, because I haven't touched it yet. I didn't actually beta that one. Alrighty, fresh stuff. Enjoy. See you later.